Hello, everybody. It's Steve Lookner. Good morning. We are here to give you some live coverage of the National Student Walkout. Thank you for joining our coverage today. Let me make sure you can hear me okay. I'll do that in 1 second. And so these walkouts, it is a month, the month anniversary. I guess anniversary might be the wrong word, but it's been a month since the school shooting in Florida, and today's student walkout is going to have students from all over the country walking out for 17 minutes from their schools to mark the 17 people, honor the 17 people who died in that school shooting in Florida at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. And they're also going to be demanding further gun control legislation. So it's really a dual purpose of these walkouts to memorialize the people who passed away in this Florida school shooting and to push for further gun legislation. So we're going to cover it for you as best we can. We're going to just try to see what's out there in terms of social media stuff and that kind of stuff and just give you a feel for what's going on out there. They're supposed to march in each time zone at 10 a.m. in that time zone. So the first batch of marchers would be in a half an hour, 33 minutes in the Eastern time zone. But people are already posting stuff on social media, and I want to show you that. By the way, YouTube, of course, did not tell our YouTube subscribers about this broadcast because they basically don't notify our subscribers about anything anymore because they hate us. So if you know anybody who subscribes or might be interested in just watching some coverage of the walkout, let them know that we're doing this live. So thank you, everybody, for joining us right now. Let me check the sound here. By the way, sound is working. So basically, let me just get into it, and I'm just going to start looking around here. There's a couple different places I'm looking, and I just sort of want to get a feeling for what we're seeing right now. So give me 1 second, and I will start showing you stuff just in moments. I'll start showing you some different things here. But let's see here. Why don't I start with this? So one place young people have been posting a lot of stuff today so far is on Instagram. And I wanted to show you a little bit of that stuff. A sampling of what some young people are posting there. Oops, hang on, I don't want to do that yet. Here we go. So this was posted 6 minutes ago by Carly Ray Stewart. Oh, that's not going to be good. I can't even see. I have to see if I do that. I can't even see the person's name. Oh, I can do this. Carly Ray Stewart says, just walkout, hashtag washed out walkout. There's some students there. I can't tell where, holding a sign that says prayers and condolences are not enough. Our government officials need to take action or step down. You know, I sort of want to do one thing. Before we get started here, maybe what I'd like to do here, let me do this. Let's see if this makes it better. What I'm trying to do is maybe make that picture a little smaller so I actually can be on the screen while I talk about what's going on Instagram. So if I do this, and I do this, okay, that seems a little better. No, let's try this again. One more second here. Let me see if this works. If I do this and I do this. Okay, that seems good. Thank you for your patience, folks. Give me 30 seconds as I set this up. Love it. Love it. I think I got it. Good, good. Now if I do this, what happens if I try this now? It's not perfect though. So there you go. All right, let me keep showing you some stuff from Instagram in the meantime. So again, the walkouts begin at 10 a.m. It's 9:30 right now. We're already seeing a bunch of social media stuff being posted about it. And I'm just giving you a little sampling of what we're seeing out there. This was posted 9 minutes ago by, oops, let me get me off the screen, Asbury Park Press Communications High School, and it says Asbury Park Press I guess maybe this is at Communications High School. Communications High School, that's where this is. CHS students test the microphone for the rally at Communications High School starting in 45 minutes. This was 15 minutes ago. Students have a choice of an outdoor walkout or an indoor rally. They are also welcome to abstain from the event. Remember to check out Snapchat, Twitter, and app.com for more news. Let me try one more thing here. Nope, that doesn't help me. So we're just getting started here, and I'm kind of searching around as people prep for the East Coast walkouts to bring you some different updates. We'll see what we can find for you, what people are posting and sharing. Here is a post from, let's see, hang on a second. So this is somebody named Susan Spencer who posted this. So a lot of the students walking out today will be wearing orange. And this post says, so proud of my girl and her friends who have worked hard to organize her middle school walkout today in honor of the Parkland 17. Here is a post from 5 minutes ago. This is a school in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Oops, sorry. It says CHC, Chapel Hill C Walkout. I don't know where this is, but you can see more orange shirts. Looks like they're either giving away or selling orange shirts there for the walkout. And that was 5 minutes ago. So it is 9:34 right now, 9:34 a.m. The National School Walkout is supposed to begin at 10 a.m. Students will be walking out of schools at 10 a.m. in the different time zones in America today to memorialize the 17 people who died at the Florida school shooting a month ago exactly, and B, to call for stricter gun legislation. A lot of them will be wearing orange. Different schools, some schools have planned activities, some schools have not. Some students will be walking out like doing something inside their school. Some students will actually be leaving the school. It kind of varies. I've seen different reports about various activities in various schools, and I will just let you see what I'm seeing here as we kind of look around and see what's going on around the country. It'll be East Coast focused for this first walkout 10 a.m. because it's 10 a.m. Eastern time, which is when the first walkouts will begin. Here is a post from a young person from 13 minutes ago, and it says, it's from somebody named Ewan Moss, and it says, gonna do the walkout at school today, with a sign that says, say no to gun violence. And actually, give me 1 second here. as I set something up. Hoping to have some actual video of the walkouts when they happen. Excuse me for one sec while I kind of search around some stuff here. See what I can find you. I'm looking at some different sources here. I would love to get you some early video, but I've been mostly finding social media posts so far. I assume that will change as we get closer to 10 a.m. Here's another young person who posted an hour ago, Summer Hope Chamblin. And Summer Hope Chamblin says, "Today we march against gun violence." Here's 8 minutes ago at in Chapel Hill, a school there. It was posted by A.L. Clark 123, who just posted some hashtags and says, CHC walkout enough, ECHHS, MSD strong, walkout, never again, national school walkout. And here's that same school in Chapel Hill. Here's another post from them 38 minutes ago. The same person, A.L. Clark 123. So again, at 10 a.m., that's when the students will be walking out on the East Coast high schools, and we expect to see a lot more stuff as we approach that time. Here is a video of something going on. I don't even know where this is from. This is posted by somebody who's named You Might Have. So let me show you this real quick.
Bitch.
Some not nice word. Here are some posts. Here's a post from Sarah J. Hollenbeck, and she says, students at Clearwater High join kids across Florida in walkout. She just posted this to honor Parkland victims and demand gun law changes. So there's a shot you can see there. They seem to all have Clearwater High shirts on and are holding like a chain of paper messages, it looks like. Here you can see some of them. So they might not be, I mean, at this school at Clearwater High, for all I know, they're having like a thing in the auditorium and not like you go walk out outside. Different schools are having different types of events. There were some concerns at some schools of, if kids leave the school and they walk outside the school, then they think it becomes a safety issue because then nobody's watching the kids and they're not in a supervised area. So some schools are having, on-campus walkout events. Here is a post from Cole Heath. Where is Cole Heath? I don't know where he is. He says Englewood High School. He says Englewood High School bleachers filling up for enough walkout. Turnout is way more than expected, I'm told. Okay, let's see if I can find you. I'd like to find you a little video of what's going on somewhere. Been searching around a little bit. I'll keep searching. Okay, here is something. Let me show you this. This is at a school somewhere or other. Where is this at? I don't know where this is, but it's a walkout going on, so let me show you this right now.
He was set to attend the University of Indianapolis in the upcoming fall as he was recruited for the university's swim team. His family described him as a romantic, a dreamer, a mentor to so many, and said he was a lover of life, a true friend, the best brother ever, a son that brought so much more joy to his parents. Nicholas was the captain of the swim team at Stoneman Douglas High, as well as he also competed with the TS Aquatics, a prestigious year-round USA swimming club in southern Florida. He was known on the swim team as Big Boss. Nick's death is a reminder that we are connected to the larger world, and when tragedy hits in places around the world, it oftentimes affects us at home as well, said Robert L. Manuel, University of Indianapolis president. He dreamed of making the Olympic swim team and going to the 2020 Olympics in Tokyo, his family said. He believed he could accomplish anything as long as he tried his best. He was very positive and a very cheerful person, one of his teammates said. He was also trying to encourage people to push themselves to the limit. He was very dedicated and determined with swimming, and he was a very kind person. Nicholas will forever be remembered, not only by those at Stoneman Douglas, but by those of us here today and by all Americans, as we find grief in his loss of life and the other 16 victims that were lost at Stoneman Douglas High School.
Woo! Good job, Drew!
I cannot think of a better representation for the quote, "Not all heroes wear capes." Aaron Feist was not a superhero. He was a husband, a father, and an assistant football coach for Major East Stoneman Douglas High School. Not only is it an honor to speak his name, but an even greater honor to speak of his heroism. Feist was killed when he threw himself in front of students to protect them from oncoming bullets. Feist, 37 years old, suffered a gunshot wound and died after he was rushed into surgery. He died the same way he lived. He put himself second. A spokeswoman for the football team said he was a very kind soul, a very nice man. He died a hero. Colton Hobb, a 17-year-old junior who had a close relationship with Feist, told CNN that he saw the coach running towards the sound of gunshots. That's Coach Feist. He wants to make sure everybody is safe before himself. He said he made sure everyone else's needs were met before his own. He was a hard worker. He worked after school, on the weekends, mowing lawns, just helping as much as people as possible. Chad Lyons, a student and football player, said Feist was there for him when he was going through leukemia treatment. He guided me through them. He would send me prayers. He would send me Bible scripts and just stuff to cheer up my day. Funny memes, the player said. He was just an amazing person to be led on and taught by. I am thankful enough to even be in his presence just going through high school. Words cannot do Aaron Feist justice. He lived and died a hero.
Jamie Guttenberg, cousin of Sycamore graduate Kevin Euclid, was loved by all her family and friends. Jamie's Aunt Abby Euclid said Jamie was in the 9th grade. She was pretty with the world's best smile, and her soul was sensitive and compassionate. She planned to grow up and become a mother and an occupational therapist. She always looked out for the underdog and the bully. She probably would have been kind to the student who shot her. She was intelligent, feisty, and she danced with beauty and grace. Jamie was an avid dancer all her life. Dancers around the country honored her by wearing orange ribbons at their competition. Her cousin Matthew, who was a junior at Walnut Hills, said, "My cousin Jamie was killed on Wednesday, February 14th, while sitting in the classroom with her in the building where she learned, struggled, and succeeded. Just minutes from her Florida home, through which her crackling laughter still echoes. She was the sweetest, most compassionate individual I have ever known, and her radiant smile lit up every intense dance practice with her friends or difficult conversations at family events. She was the one who always laughed at the jokes no one else did, who always looked out for the underdog, who always sought peace when there was strife. And now my 14-year-old cousin Jamie, who has been here with us as far back as my memory goes in life, is gone. The reality of her death, the void it leaves, hit me today as I walked into her house for the first time and saw her brother without his little sister and her parents without their daughter."
All right, so that was one example of a walkout going on. I want to keep going around trying to find other stuff, so give me a second here. Oh, I got another one here. This is in Pennsylvania. I don't know if it's really started yet, but let me show you what the footage is. So the walkouts are supposed to start at 10 a.m. Eastern, which is 10 minutes from now. Well, maybe we'll check in with that in a couple minutes. We'll check back in with that. So I just searching around here, trying to get you some other footage of what's going on as we approach 10 a.m. Here we have some people assembling here at a school in Pennsylvania. Let's check back in with this.
Here with the stinger.
Okay, I'll check back in, but in the meantime, see what else is going on here. Here's one.
Raven. Pop. Oh, you just go back.
Wait, why are you guys over here, Trey?
You're.
You're cool.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Miss Hershower? Where are you?
I wore my warm.
I see.
Oh, what are you doing?
Oh.
Go stand over there.
Matt, what is you doing?
That's where everyone else.
Yeah, come on, get it over
Over
there. Get this over there.
And your mom. Oh, we have to say the name. Oh, you guys are saying names? Oh, we got to You guys are over there. You guys are over there. If you are saying a name over there. You guys look really cold.
All right, that one's a little difficult to watch. I think they're back. Hang on a second. Are they? No, not yet. Well, we can go back to it. Let's see what this is. Why is it doing that?
Shouldn't say that.
Did you get Peter Wayne?
No, it's true. Honestly, when I saw Peter Wayne, I'm like, he's got two names.
He must be good.
What are you wearing your indoor shoes outside? Come in closer, Connor. Squish.
Sorry.
Whistle? You got 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes.
So the walkouts are supposed to start in 5 minutes on the schools for the schools in the Eastern time zone. Just showing you some different live shots here as I see them. Here's one from Pennsylvania. Oh, that seemed to have paused for a second. Maybe we'll check back with them. This is a school where they're having something at the school. Why is it doing this? I'm so confused.
4 minutes. It's really great. I really hope y'all remain quiet and respectful who lost their lives. Exactly. If you don't, that just shows you as a person. You're not here for the right reason.
Guys, give me 1 sec. I'm going to come right back to that shot. I just want to do one real quick thing here. Sorry, give me 1 second here. I'm just getting this on the screen. It'll look a little better if I do this here. Good, good, good. 30 more seconds. Okay, let's go back to this. Gosh, why is it doing that? Hang on 1 sec. There we go.
Recent Florida shooting, I believe the man who committed this terrible crime, he had some mental health issues, but they still permitted him to have a gun. Which is,
they should probably tighten up the way that they do the security checks and everything.
Wait, we're starting.
I think we're starting.
I want to start by saying that there's a lot of questions about why we're not actually outside. We're not outside because K-Town is not going to approve this event for us if we went outside. So that means all day.
So this is an event inside a school. Let me go and see what else I can find you right now. Thank you so much, Elizabeth Luker, for the donation to Right Side Broadcasting. Much appreciated. Here is one we're seeing in, I think this is New York City. And they seem to be having a streaming issue. Too bad. Well, maybe we'll check back in with them. And their stream stopped. All right, as the walkout starts, it's 10 a.m. I'm going to give you some different footage here of what's going on. Let me show you this one here coming from Brooklyn.
See you later.
Have a good day. All right.
Are they going to a gathering point?
The school's artillery, so I'm not sure what they're doing. So we're going to look back to the front.
Yeah. Show me your sign. Show me your sign. Show me your sign.
All right, so that's one going on in Brooklyn. Let me see what else I have for you. Let's see here. I can go back to that one, but I just want to see what else we're seeing out there right now. Okay, here's one from a different school. Oh, but they lost their signal. Oh, here's another one. Okay, let's take you to this one.
It's a decent amount of students. We should go in the front. Let's wait. All right.
Okay. Some of the, here we go. Some of these are having some issues with the streaming. Let's keep looking around, seeing what's going on out there at these different walkouts. Let's try this one.
Guys, please be quiet. It's crazy. I have to wait until they tell me to start. Oh, yeah.
You're actually in control of this. So.
Okay, everyone, please be quiet, please. Let's have a moment of silence, please. Please. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was going to do. Okay, everyone. Can I have everyone's attention? Let's have a moment to just think about who we have lost over the years by gun violence, either the kids that's in Florida or other children that have died in our neighborhood. Okay, so basically, as you all know, this is a walkout, basically to say that we support and that we're standing with the children, also the people that have died in Parkland, Florida. And also just that we support them and that we matter as long as those children over there. And we're basically going to have a few students that's going to give their testimony on how they feel and just to talk to you guys about some things that they feel that is important. First, who's first?
All right, first up, we got Selena.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome.
Okay, guys, we're going around to, I'm just trying to give you a sampling of what the different schools are that are, we're seeing different kinds of different kinds of marches around the country. So I'm really trying to just skip around and give you a sampling here. So let me jump to another one right now. Here is one going on in New York City right now. I'd like to get some audio here, but I don't seem to have audio on this one. But you can see that's in New York City, some students marching down the street. See if I can get you one with audio. That would certainly be preferable. Here's another one. Okay. Here's one in Ohio going on right now. All right, let's see what else we got. Hang on one sec, folks. I will get up another school here. Here's one in Georgia.
Parkland shooting and how valuable their lives were and how we must continue to work for change. Lori, and I'm a 10th grader here at Druid Hills High School. I am here to voice my opinion and share my frustration on the tragedy that happened 1 month ago today. Cassie Bernal, Stephen Cornow, Corey DePuter, Kelly Fleming, Matthew Ketcher, Daniel Muser, Daniel Rockbrough, William Sanders, Rachel Scott, Isaiah Scholes, John Tomlin, Lauren Townsend, Kyle Velasquez, killed with an assault rifle in 1999 at Columbine High School in Colorado. Charlotte Bacon, Daniel Barden, Olivia Engel, Josephine Gay, Dylan Hockley, Madeline Hugh, Catherine Hubbard, Chase Kowalski, Jesse Lewis, Anna Marquez Green, James Matoli, Grace McDonald, Emily Parker, Jack Pinto, Noah Posner, Caroline Previti, Jessica Ricos, Avilia Richmond, Benjamin Wheeler, Allison Wyatt, Victoria Soto, Mary Sherlick, Lauren Russo, Anne Marie Murphy, Dawn Lafferty Hodgsprung, Rachel Davino. These were children no older than 6 and 7 years old, along with their teachers, killed by a gunman with an assault rifle at Standing Hook Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut. Alyssa Aldahef, Martin Anguiano, Nicholas Dworet, Jamie Gutenberg, Luke Hoyer, Kara Lochran, Gina Montalto, Joaquin Oliver, Carmen Shentrup, Elena Petty, Meadow Pollock, Helena Ramsey, Alex Shetster, Peter Wang, Scott Beagle, Aaron Feast, and Chris Hickson. Students and staff members that were tragically killed in Parkland, Florida at Stoneman Douglas High School on February 14th by a 19-year-old gunman with an assault rifle. Altogether, that is 56 innocent students and teachers that were killed by an assault rifle at their school, and those are just the high-profile ones. How many other students and teachers have to die for there to be change? On February 14th, I had just gotten home from school and turned on the TV. CNN was on, and I saw breaking news of a school shooting in Parkland, Florida. I was in shock. I didn't believe that a school shooting had happened again. I didn't want to believe it. I wasn't born yet when the Columbine High School shooting took place, and was only 10 years old when the Sandy Hook shooting happened, so I didn't fully understand what was going on then. When I was watching the horrifying videos of students of my age running for their life, tears filled my eyes. My mind started to think of what I would do if I was put into a situation like this. I was thinking of who I would be with during that time, who my last goodbyes could have been to. Although our school wasn't targeted, shootings have been so frequent that I was still afraid to come to school. I kept envisioning our school. A school is a place we go to learn, socialize, and get prepared for our future. Those kids will never get a future, but we are here to make a change so no other kids will get their life cut short. While watching the news, I felt hopeless, scared, that I couldn't do anything to help. Then I realized I could do something to help. We can all do something to change our country. We are the generation that can put a stop to gun violence. We are not too young to have an opinion, to speak our mind. The generations that follow depend on us to make a change. These were kids our age that were targeted. This is our duty to speak up and change our nation. We are students, we are victims, we are change. Thank you.
So that is a shot of a walkout that's going on in Georgia. Let me see what else. Let me show you what else we have here. Different walkouts from around the country. Here's another one.
Looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like.
Okay, that's another one. Here's another one from, this one is from Georgia. Actually, give me 1 second. There's one from Florida, too. Here's one in Florida right now.
It is our right to earn our diplomas, as others' right to.
However, we cannot hear very well in that one, so I'm going to go to a different one now. Where did this one go? Here we go.
Say hi to the live.
Where you at?
Students' lives matter. No gun violence. We're having our Westlake for Parkland walkout, and most of everybody. We're gonna have speakers and people out here talking about gun violence and in schools that's been going on recently.
What's the hashtag?
No,
the one for the whole. I think it's
Done with
United
guns?
States.
Oh.
Nation walkout. Look, I'm on Twitter.
I know, but I don't know how to.
National Walkout Day.
Huh? You doing spoken word? Yeah.
Hashtag National Walkout Day.
I'm gonna talk to you. Hey guys, do y'all want to say anything to the live?
Hey, we're Parkland.
Are y'all doing the spoken word?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
We're going against the grain.
Okay. I like that.
We gotta record it.
Do y'all want to say anything to the live?
To the live, we do.
To the live, we just want to say that to all our beautiful black students, okay, that you are loved and you are protected, and we love you, okay?
Not only black students, but all students. And
all students matter.
Okay, but you know what? I'm rooting for everybody black, so woo woo.
I'm pro-black for everybody too, but it's supposed to be black. Black power. I'm fighting forever.
Good turnout.
Everybody can.
Okay, let's go to a different school now. You're watching Right Side Broadcasting's live continuing coverage of the National School Walkouts. Here is one going on in New Jersey. But we cannot hear this one very well, so we are going to go to a different one.
Time is come to find ourselves in this common
We also cannot hear very well with that one
I
either.
ask that you
So let's go to a different one. This is one in Georgia.
Hey, yeah, LOL, okay. I bet they miscounted. So, there's no way they got an exact number there. They miscounted. By the way, there's a plane right there, if that's what you're hearing. Shoot, sorry for shaky. Trying to get... Plane right there, yep. Yep, I'm gonna just go ahead. This guy. Thank you for being there. You got it. You too. You too. Well, I'd say this is pretty successful. But we ain't done here. Not by a long shot. So I have to get off since I'm in close to school. But we ain't done here. Now.
So some of the walkouts they all start at 10 a.m., whatever time zone they're in. And some of them are only going to last 17 minutes, or supposed to only last 17 minutes. I assume some will last for longer. But that one we just saw might have been only like a 17-minute one. This one is in South Carolina, and this is going on right now. Let me show you this one.
Bring a gun to school and kill us. We're here today because we want to change that.
And to the guy holding that sign, you're right, people do kill people, but guess what? They use weapons to kill people. We don't want them to have the access to the gun that kills those people. You can kill someone, you can try and bring a knife to school, but really, how is that going to work against all these people? They're going to go straight to assault rifle.
That was interesting. A little debate going on at that walkout there. That was in South Carolina. Let's go to Florida now.
I'm using my voice. I don't care. I mean, I'm dying to know what you're going to do. Wait, we're going to decide that. I don't care. We're going to keep talking until we go.
You only got 5 of y'all colors. You only got 5.
Try to get you some more coverage from a different high school. Let's see this one.
We ready, we coming, 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 we ready, we coming.
Check out a different school. Let's go back to that one in South Carolina we saw before.
It's the people holding the guns. They're the real killers. I feel that we shouldn't have to be afraid just to walk into our own school campus, being afraid of a bullet being.
This stream is having some issues, so I'm going to get... Oh, I think they're back. Well, all right. So much for that school, because we can't really hear them.
What great news for the gun makers. So the NRA is so powerful it tells our governor, Congress, state legislatures, and president what to think. But it has a weakness. Know thy enemy, wrote the Chinese philosopher Sun Tzu. Here's the enemy's weakness. It has a dark vision of the world, a bleak vision of humanity. I guess if you start out believing everyone should buy guns, you start seeing danger everywhere. Outside your bedroom window at night, on the sidewalk if a stranger walks by, in the car next to you. You begin to trust no one who doesn't look like you. You go nowhere without your weapon. You believe the streets of the cities run with blood. You believe immigration and diversity will weaken America. You assume safety lies in control and that you keep control with weapons, dollars, and votes. You accuse your opponents of being un-American or of being paid actors.
I try to find a school with some more students doing some stuff. We will be seeing at the top of the hour, it's 10:27, at 11 Eastern, we'll definitely be seeing more walkouts in the central time zone, so we're going to show you those when those happen. Let me do a quick check here of some other social media stuff and see what I can find for you. I see a video from a walkout in Brooklyn I'll show you. This was posted by Indivisible.
Like in a nursing home, like y'all can do it.
Whoa, what happened here? Where is that coming from? Hang on. Here we go. This was posted by Indivisible Brooklyn. So that was from Brooklyn. It was only posted about 30 seconds ago. Here is one from Pretty Nikki from the Francis Lewis High School robotics team. Thank you, by the way, for Damian Ruelas for the donation supporting Right Side Broadcasting. Much appreciated. This was posted by Suri Eli Killer. Suri Killer. Okay. Here's a post, another post from a high school in Brooklyn, a walkout in Brooklyn by MKNYC. Here's one from Dalewood Middle School.
I remember being a 11th grader in high school, and the first thing I got in school that morning, I was in choir class, and the TVs were all on because that's the day that 9/11 happened. And that day, sitting as an 11th grader in high school, I thought as Americans we were untouchable. I thought nobody would mess with us because who are we? We are the big bad USA. And at that point in time, knowing that that many people lost their lives over a terrorist act shook me as a child. This point in time in your life should shake you as a child. Because the day and age that we're living in right now, while you're supposed to be safe at school, your parents and your guardians sent you to school for me to protect you. And people are
Thank you, Happy Camper, for the donation to Right Side Broadcasting. Much appreciated. Here is a video just posted by someone at the Academy at the Lakes in Maryland. This is Maryland. Here's a shot of a walkout in Philadelphia. I'm not sure what this is from, but I'm going to show it to you. It's another video here. Nope. Here's one from Euclid High School.
Shit fucking whack. I said it's whack. This shit crazy. Trying to funnel up this little ass hole. Now I'm about to run through people, but I got places to be at. I got business to pay. Hey, bro, it's fucking crazy. Let's play. I'm going this way. This is the best way in my damn class, bro. Shit.
Oops, sorry about the language. By the way, thank you to Michelle A., who made a donation. Michelle A. wrote, "My daughter's school just said it's only allowed for 17 minutes. Have you heard that? Adding extra security will be present here in Washington. Our district office authorized all this." You know, it depends on the high school. Different high schools have different policies. I've heard some high schools are not letting students leave the school. Some are. Some high schools are organizing events like inside the high school. So some high schools, I'm guessing, might be letting it go on for longer than others would be. We saw one walkout that ended after about 20 minutes. I mean, some of them were supposed to end after 17 minutes. The 17-minute length was supposed to be to honor the 17 deaths, 17 victims who died in the Florida school shooting. But we've seen other walkouts where it was definitely longer than 17 minutes. So it really seems to depend on the school and the school policy and how they've organized it at different schools. It's 10:36 right now a.m. Eastern, 9:36 Central, and at 10 a.m. Central, so in 24 minutes, there are going to be a whole other batch of walkouts in the Central time zone. These are national school walkouts to A, memorialize the people who died in the Florida school shooting, and B, to push for stricter gun control. And we are bringing you live coverage of these high school walkouts today here at Right Side Broadcasting. So I'm trying to just show you some different goings on as they're happening. Give me 1 second here as I call up some more stuff. But we'll definitely, once we get to 10 a.m. Central, there will be some more, definitely some more walkouts, and we'll be showing you those. This one is still going on. This is in Georgia, so I'm going to show you this one right now. Give me 1 second, and I can pull it up here.
first to recognize our own mortality. Do not forget how this feels. Do not forget your anger, your frustration, your desire for change to be seen in gun legislation and policy. We must let Parkland be the last time. We will not wait for another mass shooting before we fight for change. We must do everything we can now. Whether that's walking out, whether that's going to the Capitol, whether that's raising our voices. We must do it all until those in local and national politics realize this is no longer a debatable issue. This is our safety. These are our lives. Let us stand up and speak up as a one united voice, fighting for change in a world that desperately needs to hear us. And for all of those politicians and those funded by the NRA who don't view common sense gun control as a step forward, I ask you, how do you sleep at night? Knowing that you are not doing everything you can to keep the children of this nation safe. And some of you have already come out and said that this is not the time to discuss gun control. If children dying and our peers dying is not enough, then I am terrified for this nation. We are the children, we are the students, and we are the future of the United States of America. We should never be worried about making it home safe when we step into our schools. Pass legislation and common sense gun control to keep us safe. That is your job. Do it. And when the youth of this nation becomes old enough to vote, trust me, in midterms and in 2020, we will remember your complacency. All of our hearts go out to the victims and those affected by the shooting in Parkland, Florida. We, the students, will no longer watch innocent children die. Not in our schools, not in our places of worship, and not in our communities. And as I leave you today, remember, this movement, this display of activism does not end today. For our goal of justice, equality, and safety for all requires us to stay vocal for many years to come. It requires us to vote. It requires us to work together. We, the youth, we, the children, we, the students of the United States of America. Let us be the generation that works relentlessly toward a better, more inclusive, and safer world. Thank you all for being here and showing your voices and your activism today. It means the world. We are the future. Continue to fight for change, continue to vote, and know that your voices matter.
Students who are 17 and a half or older during fourth period, I will be making announcements for you to come to the media center to register to vote. Again, if you're 17 and a half or older, I'll be making announcements during third period for you to come to the cafeteria to register to vote. Parents and visitors, we thank you for being here today. Teachers, if your students feel they need to dialogue about this when you return to class, please provide them the forum to discuss the issues that were mentioned here today. I'm so very proud of all of you. You've done an incredible job today. You've shown your civic responsibility and that students and young people can get together and take action and do it in a responsible and respectful fashion. This concludes today's walkout. Teachers, if you will at this time help us to escort the students back into their classrooms. Thank you.
Let's go!
Back to second period.
So that was a walkout in Georgia, and so the walkouts on the East Coast started at 10 a.m. Eastern. It is now 10:42 a.m. Eastern, which is 9:42 Central, and in just 18 minutes, we're going to see walkouts in the Central Time Zone. So students throughout the United States are walking out at 10 a.m. in their own time zone to A, memorialize the victims of the Florida school shooting, and B, to call for stricter gun control legislation. And we have been showing you the 10 a.m. Eastern walkouts, and we're about to get close to starting the 10 a.m. Central walkouts. So we'll keep an eye on those for you and show you different goings on from them. Let me see what else is happening out there. So I'll keep an eye on the Central Time Zone. We've also been watching some footage people have posted from the Eastern Time Zone walkout. So, for example, here's something we haven't seen. I don't know where this is from, but this was posted by KCHA Balco on Instagram. Oops, hang on a second. That wasn't good. Let me go here. There we go. Here we go. Seen a lot of scenes like this morning. Here's one from the Bronx that was posted. This is a shot. This was posted by Nina PWABC in New York City. Here's one from the, let's see, Kosciuszko School. I don't know what this one is. This is from some school or other. Let's see what this one is. Oops, sorry. Oh, we don't want that. That's just, we can't play copyrighted music, so. This is one from Pappy Complains. More, it's the copyrighted music clips streak. Here's one from, I don't know where this is from, some school or other, posted 3 minutes ago by Pixel Citizen. Now, it looks like they are hanging out inside their school. Maybe this is one of the inside school walkouts? Or maybe they're waiting for 11 a.m., 10 a.m. Central. I don't know. So we are waiting. It is 9:46 Central Time. At 10 o'clock Central Time in 14 minutes, there will be students in the Central Time will be doing their walkouts, and we're going to show you some of those, hopefully. That's our plan, at least. In the meantime, we're showing you some footage of some different walkouts from the Eastern time zone. This is somebody named Paige Granson posted this.
You didn't do it.
Y100 Miami posted this. I guess this is students of Stoneman Douglas High School where the shooting happened. This is them today. So let's watch this. Oh, we can't show that music again. Oh my gosh. With the copyrighted music. Here's a moment of silence. Is this in New York City? I'm not sure. Checking to see if we have anything from the Central Time Zone yet. Their walkouts are supposed to have been... I think we're getting one from the Central Time Zone. Let's see here. This one looks like it's about to start. Let me get this one up on the screen for you. This is in a school.
Everyone, this is an impressive display of student support. And I want all of you guys to know you have a voice, so use it. And we start with that today, a positive voice as students. Two groups that I want to recognize very quickly, the committee members who organized this. Let's give them a round of applause. Let's give a round of applause to our teachers, quickly. And then specifically to Ms. Boyle, who has been doing all of the press releases. Ms. Boyle, thank you. One of the okay, I'm sorry. Students did the press release. Well, Ms. Boyle gets a shout out anyway. How about that? All right. Okay, one other thing that I have to say. You guys, everybody has a right to be on whatever side of the issue that they want to be on. And I want to make sure that all students have a voice here. So I met with a student yesterday. We're going to have a student debate. 2 students on each side, 1 adult on each side. We will give you the specifics as we get there. If you are interested in being a student on the debate side either way, please let us know. At this time, I want to bring Aunt Anna Dominiti to you.
1 minute.
Yes, God.
Hi, everyone. So right now, our award-winning slam poetry team is going to be performing an original piece at the road. First, I just want to mention that they have been doing really well in their season, and they have finals at Daughters of the Bomb this Sunday at 6 p.m. at the Auditorium Theater. So if you see them, go out. And also, if you hear something that you like, please stand.
Okay, I want to check around. We're approaching 10 a.m. Central, and I want to just look around and see if there's any other schools where they're starting their walkouts yet. So let me check here. There should be a bunch of walkouts at 10 a.m. Central in that time zone. Ooh, I think this one maybe is starting up.
You was the worst. You got
Okay, that one ended. Let's go back to this one we were watching before while we wait for some others to start up.
Unacceptable. Mindsets need to be changed. Gun laws need to be changed. The Constitution needs to be changed so that students are worried about homework
instead of murder. So that teachers give grades instead of their lives. So that neighborhood kids can play tag without being caught by bullets. So that hide and seek goes back to being a recess game instead of a school survival test. Our education shouldn't be about surviving or arming our teachers just to arm us with more fear. Our lives mean nothing if they keep their murder weapons. Never again. Never again. Never again. Never again. They always ask us, what do you want to be when you grow up? Alive.
Yeah, so where did Karen go? I'm right here. Are you still live streaming it?
Okay, hey guys, hi. I'm Becky here, and I have just a little speech with some of my thoughts on the speech. So to start off my speech, I'm going to read a poem. I'm going to read you a poem written by one of the Parkland shooting victims, Alex.
Just checking around to see what other schools are out there. We're approaching 10 a.m. Central, so there should be some more walkouts going on in the Central time zone. I'm peeking around here. Let me try one other thing here. What is this one? Ooh, I got one here. Hang on. Let's see if I can get this on the screen for you.
We give up our safety every day to continue our education. It should not be a trade-off between our safety and our education and vice versa. School should be a safe place to grow, to make friends, and to learn. When I go to school, I want to worry about whether or not I'll graduate or I'll have good grades. Not if it will be my last day at school. How many of you are seniors? Just go ahead and raise your hand up. Yeah, that's a lot. How many of you are 18? How many of you are about to be 18? You have the power to make a difference. You can vote out congressmen who'd rather protect a weapon than their children. Women who are not willing to protect us and our future. We are the force bringing change to our country. If change is a wave, then we are a hurricane. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't make a change because we are kids. Because we are the future of this country. And the change that we are bringing starts now. Students united will never be divided. 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 Students united.
So it is 9:56 a.m. Central. At 10 a.m. Central, high schools in the Central time zone are supposed to do their walkouts. The ones that are at school, not just high schools, other schools as well. At 10 a.m. in each time zone, they're doing them. So we're trying to show you coverage of the walkouts from various schools as they happen. Here's one which is happening now. Let's go to this one. If I can get it on the screen for you, I will. Oops, it seems to have frozen. Oh, or are we back?
Change! Now! Not done!
I just don't think, like, I'm glad Stand Up isn't trying to, like, fight.
End gun violence! Change! Now! End gun violence! End gun violence! Not guns! End gun violence! End gun violence!
Okay, seems to have paused. 9:57 Central. 3 minutes until the Central time zones start their walkouts. What is this one? This is in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm going to show you coming up at a school there.
Listen up.
Watch out. Today you have a chance to have a voice and to show what you believe in.
This isn't America.
We'll be doing that. Some of our students will be speaking this morning, so please have respect for them. Please listen to what they have to say. We'll be out here for exactly 17 minutes in honor of the 17 students in Florida. But we're also in honor of all the students over the last several years who have lost their lives due to gun violence. Understand what's going on is very important. You can make a difference. You will be the voters in not very many years. Some of you will be voting this year. You can make a difference. You can make your voice heard. But it's up to you. You've got to make that happen. At this time, I'll turn it over to Sammy Webster. Sam?
As we stand here and we fight for our voices, let us take a moment of silence for not only the 17 people who lost their lives, but the countless many other children and adults who lost their lives to gun violence. Let's take a moment of silence, please. Thank you. At this time, Haley White, Michaela Jones, and myself will be singing a song that we believe accurately reflects the mood and the tone that has been set by gun violence.
So we are showing you some of the school walkouts going on today throughout the United States. These are in the Central Time Zone. Let me show you some other footage we're seeing here of a different walkouts. Hang on one sec. I'm going to get another one up here.
To the corner. Start doing that. You wait for a record pop for it. You seen a record pop for it anywhere? I have not. Hell yes. Alright. Anya, are you just doing the 17 minute one?
Where is
that's the first 5 minutes and I already lost you.
Wait, your orange man.
Let's go. Yeah. Wait, the bus is gonna go.
Let's go to a different walkout here.
Yeah, boy, Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson. So.
Okay, what else we got? Here's another one. Try a different school.
Just gonna start talking. My name is Katya Halstead. Can we have everyone's attention? My name is Katya Halstead. I'm a sophomore. I'm an organizer for this walkout. I know there were a lot of nerves about today, but each and every one of you still had the courage to stand up and walk out of your classrooms, or some of you out of the theater. So I'm very proud of everybody here. Okay, so 1 month ago today, there was a shooting, as many of you know, in Florida that killed 17 people, and it sparked a national movement started by the survivors of that same shooting, and that's why we are all here today. So, we don't want to take away your guns. That is a big misconception. We are here to control gun violence, have stronger background checks, and basically keep our country safe. Okay, and while it is a big upset for some people that we can't physically walk out, we can still have that same enthusiasm and same eagerness and excitement in here and anywhere we go. So we have a lot of fun things planned. This is Sophia. She will go.
Hi everyone, thank you for coming. My name is Sophia Espinoza and I'm a junior here. Not only do we want to honor the 17 victims that died, but we also want change. We'll be making signs in the back, as I saw some of you immediately go that way, so thank you for that. We'll be making signs that we can send to local legislators, local lawmakers, so they know that we demand change. We also want to encourage you guys to make those signs and then carry them to the march in Chicago on the 24th. So stay tuned on our social media for that. And over there you can learn a lot about the victims and any Indiana bills that are being passed for gun control, for or against. And take as many pictures, please, since we don't have media in here, but we do have the student media. Just take pictures, post them everywhere, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, with the hashtag enough. If any of you guys could live stream on Instagram, that would be amazing. So please, as many of you guys can, just really spread the word. And again, thank you everyone for coming.
So let's go to another school. It's interesting, that school, you heard the speaker say they wanted to actually walk out of the school, and the school wouldn't let them actually leave the school. Some schools had safety concerns, so it depends on the school whether students were able to actually physically leave the school or not. They were having that in the gym. See what else is out there. Here's another one going on right now. Go to a different one.
About how you can act. Kelly's actually going to start passing around flyers about what you specifically can do, because I know a lot of times it feels like there's nothing that one person can do. But there's bills.
Can't really hear there.
Mental health. Mental health had a lot to do with the incident that happened at the shooting at Florida. The guy who did it, which I will not speak his name because that name should not be spoken, should not be said at all. Did that horrible thing at that high school, Parkland High School. And I don't understand why. Mental health, all the authorities knew. The police, the staff members, everybody knew at that school that he had problems, his plans, everything, and they still didn't do anything. We need to fix that. We need to see the signs.
Just want to say thank you to Jesus Clank of Hexenhammer and to Telekinetic Time Traveling Maggot King, who made a couple donations to Right Side Broadcasting. We are viewer supported, so if you like that we come on the air and cover live events of all sorts. Last night we covered the special election. Today we're covering the school walkout and whatever else breaking news happens today. If you like having an alternative to mainstream media, please consider donating. You can donate by going to the bottom of the YouTube chat and clicking on the dollar sign at the bottom of the YouTube chat, or going to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. We are watching some of the Central Time Zone student walkouts going on right now, and I'm going to try to find you another one. So let me see what I can find for you. Oh, and thank you, Spoiler Alert, just made a donation too. Thank you, Spoiler Alert.
Hello to all my fans. Look at us representing.
Look at this Conan community. We're actually not being for once.
We are students. We should not be victims of gun violence. Today we are using our platform to make sure something is done to secure our safety. We are standing up today to make our voices heard. Today we are on the right side of history. We are here today to show that we will not back down because we deserve to feel safe in our schools. We are standing up for our rights and fighting the good fight. Stand up for your rights. Fight the good fight.
So many people here. I'm amazed.
Thank you so much again.
Are you talking? Or?
There are some events in life that make it feel like it's split between before and after. So we're good? Okay, thanks.
I feel like my life restarted 4 weeks ago. On February 14th, every single piece of outrage, frustration, and heartbreak I have ever felt in my life has come to the surface. And it's hard not to be swallowed by the headlines and the statistics. But now is the time to turn that anger into something real. We are not going to back down because we've understood the severity and pain since middle school. This should not be allowed. Now I'd like to introduce Bridget Tobin to speak. Please give a round of applause to Bridget. Good morning, everyone. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you all for joining us. As you all know, this is a 17-minute walkout to honor the 17 victims killed in the Parkland shooting. So I'll try not to take up too much of the time. My name is Bridget Tobin, and I'm a sophomore here at Conan High School. Throughout the process of being a part of organizing this event, I've been asked many times by a multitude of different people, why are you walking? And I have answers. I'm just like all of you sitting here in front of me. Monday through Friday, we all get out of our beds, comb our hair, brush our teeth, tie our shoes, and walk through the same doors to our classes. Something very typical of all high school students. Something just like the students across this country who unknowingly followed their morning routine for the last time. Their parents said goodbye and have a good day. And not for a moment did the thought that they were saying goodbye to their child for the last time cross their mind. Because it was just any other Wednesday. On February 14th at 2:21 p.m., Nicholas Cruz entered Stoneman Douglas High School with an AR-15 and opened fire. On February 14th, 17 families and endless friends got the devastating news that their loved one was gone forever. On February 14th, the students of Stoneman Douglas High School became a part of another gun violence statistic. These victims were just like you and me. They were brothers, sisters, sons, and daughters. They were students, athletes, actors, our future. They were our teachers, mentors, coaches, administrators, role models, and our heroes. We live in a country where our children are being gunned down in the very classrooms that they were taught in every day. In their hallways, where they laughed and joked with their friends. In their school. We live in a country where our children are afraid to go to school. A country where we wake up every day to a new shooting story on the news. Whether it be on a street corner in the city or a school in the suburbs. All over America, there are grieving mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, daughters, sons, and friends because of gun violence. All over America, families are burying their loved ones because of gun violence. For those of you who aren't aware of how common gun violence really is, I did some research. And I found that on an average day, 96 Americans are killed with guns. On average, there are 13,000 gun-related homicides per year. 13,000 lives. And for every one person killed by a gun, 2 more are injured. America makes up for about 4.4% of our world's population, but accounts for 42% of civilian guns owned worldwide. Since the Sandy Hook shooting on December 14, 2012, there have been at least 1,600 mass shootings in America alone, over 239 of which took place in schools. And I'm sick of it. I'm done seeing the list of victims. I'm done hearing their stories. I'm sick of day after day watching people lose their loved ones. And I am through with standing by idly watching people who are supposed to keep us safe do nothing. I do recognize that it's not just about the guns. It's about the person with the gun and how it came into their possession. It is far too easy for anyone in this country to have access to these weapons. We need more background checks, mental health evaluations, more regulation. This is not left or right, liberal or conservative, Republican or Democrat. It is about protecting our children, our future. Now, I am not by any means standing up here and saying we need to take away every American's Second Amendment right, but I am saying there needs to be a change. If you
Just want to check out one of the other high schools. Apologize for the dumb YouTube black screens, guys. YouTube keeps putting black screens on our broadcast, and they refuse to fix it, so I apologize for that. Thank you so much for the donation. Jesus Clank of Hexenhammer gave another donation. Thank you. And also, Jerry OOG gave donations to Right Side Broadcasting. Thanks so much. Let me find another walkout for you. What's this one here? That sounds like it's going to be copyrighted music, which I am not allowed to play for you. Hang on one sec, guys.
Sometimes we feel like we want to during like algebra or pre-calculus, but that's a different story altogether. And we just want to be safe. Like, we shouldn't have to be thinking in the back of our heads, like, so if a shooter comes in the front door, I'm on the 4th floor, so I need to go out that entrance and then run to my friend's house. Like, that's not something that I should need to keep in the back of my mind. That's just not, like, mentally healthy at all.
And how did all of this get organized? Like,
well, actually, a friend of mine from preschool and kindergarten, Jack Torres, he goes to Somerville High School. He's the main organizer for this. I do believe he's down in the church. And then there's also a bunch of other great leaders from Somerville High, Medford High. There's lots of people. Cambridge, Ridge, Latin, too.
I just want to feel safe. That's like long story short. We want to feel safe. We want to know that when we come to school, we won't have to worry about someone coming in and shooting up the place. So long story short, we want to feel like we can make it there. We can go back home every day without having to worry about whether there's going to be a time where we have to hide in the tables or lock ourselves in a room. We don't want to feel that way. And we want to make sure that this is known throughout the whole world, honestly. The whole state, when we're doing this, it makes big publicity. And that's something good. That's showing how students, especially since we're underage, we can't vote on big things. As students, we have to show our voice in a manner like this. So this is something that we can do and we will do.
And are there particular policies in Massachusetts that you all are hoping are going to pass?
Yeah, right now we're lobbying for, I believe, Bill H3610, if I remember correctly. It was proposed by Representative Decker, Marjorie Decker, and it's so that someone can report someone else who has a gun who they believe is unsafe. And that's just a first step that we believe needs to be taken. In the end, we would love it if there were no more guns, but based on some very stubborn people throughout the United States, I personally doubt that would happen, just based on how our democracy is set up in a not very direct democracy sort of way. And, we're doing what we can to make a change. And this isn't just about our rights as students to go to school. I mean, if the government is going to force us to be at school, they should at least make it safe for us to be there. But this is also about, domestic violence. Because millions of women get shot by their domestic abusers and ex-boyfriends, ex-husbands, whatever. All the time. And, just everywhere. It's just not acceptable and it needs to change.
Well, thank you so much for being out here, you guys. I'm a professor at MIT and I really support what you all are doing. I think it's really exciting and powerful and awesome to see you all voicing your political opinion and coming out here to stand up for what you believe in. So don't listen to any of the haters. You guys are doing what's right. No, pero tú tienes razón también. O sea, Venezuela tiene cosas bien olvidadas. Pero no tienes que negar lo que está pasando aquí tampoco, güey.
No,
O sea,
sí, yo soy argentino.
Vale.
¿Tú conoces a Chomsky?
Pues sí, claro que sí.
De verdad, eres mi amigo.
Ok, chido.
So that was some students in Boston during their walkout. See what else is going on. This is in New Orleans, this one.
Surgery, not guilt. Guilt and defensiveness are bricks in a wall against which we all flounder. They serve.
Okay, that one ended. The stream ended.
To 50409. 50409, text NRA. 409. 509. We're texting NRA to 50409. So let me read the message that I've received. Since 2004, the NRA has spent $13,900 to support Senator Joe Donnelly and $419,982 in opposition. Since 2010, the NRA has spent $2,897,582 in support of Senator Todd Young and $850 in opposition. Do we want to tell these representatives to send back that money?
Yes!
Tell those representatives to send back that money. Yeah! All right. Now go onto the drafted Twitter. Go onto the drafted tweet, and you can customize it to say exactly what you want to say. And send it out all at once. We're going to spam them.
That's my question. Sogna, can I say something as well? Huh? Can I say something as well?
Yeah, of course. You wanna?
Hey! Look at me! Wait, this is my poster! Go me! All of you! Look at me! Woo! I made this! I made this.
All right, we're now going to have Bella come on and say some things. Bella's my girl. She tweets that, and Women's March retweeted her, so there's that.
Now is not the time to be silent, guys. This is the time to use your voice. Today is not the only day that you can say what you want, okay? You can use every day. Use the enough hashtag. Enough is enough. Do we want to be the next school to die? No! We want to live. We want to...
Well, that seemed to pause. Oh, I think they're back. Hang on a second.
Trying to raise money to get a bus to get us to Chicago so we can join in on the march, okay?
That's right. We're trying to get a bus to march on the 24th. That's next Saturday. And we all walked out today, didn't we? Yeah! And are we going to walk out until this ends? Yeah! March until this ends? Yeah! Raise our voices to be heard.
Hell
In a second, we're all going to go back inside and sign that poster that we're actually going to send to Florida for, for hope and healing. Also, if you guys want to help us raise money for the coach bus, I'm selling gummy bears and popcorn to raise as much money as you can, so come find me. Also, has anyone seen a black phone?
We found it! Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Okay, so if we can all just go inside, sign that. It's going to be sent to Florida. Again, thank you guys so much. You guys are all awesome.
Hey, honey.
I understand bird lives
So at that school, the rally was like 25 minutes, the walkout. See if any others from the central zone are still going on. I think a lot of the central time zones are wrapping up. One viewer sent me a photo of a sign they'd made for their walkout. Let me see if I can find that for you. Where did it go? Here it is. Oops, hang on a second. The viewer, a person, sent me this.
Why, like, are we
hang on a second. It said, here's a picture of our sign from the National School Walkout. So a person sent me that, so I wanted to show you that. Here's another walkout going on right now.
When he comes off of office, everybody needs to realize we need a person who thinks about us, who thinks about our life, our future, and what we can do to improve this country. That's my girl. Damn, just let it go, man. I'm going inside. I just want to go inside.
You still up?
Well, they let him in, but it's only one little bit.
What is this one? This one might be ending.
Future voters.
Parkour.
Yeah. See?
What? There's guys over there with the American flag.
Let's see, is there anything else still going on walkout-wise that I can show you?
Obviously, this was not planned, but obviously it was
Amazing.
nice for the students. And I would like to promote my personal own apology. But, I mean, I'm sorry if it caused you trouble and if it disrespected you, but I'm not really sorry for doing it. And I'm still trying to... No, I'm serious. I'm sorry if we caused you trouble. And I understand that isn't what you need and what you wanted to happen today. And I am sorry that it did happen. So that wasn't the plan. But I'm not. Sorry, not sorry.
Not sure what that little disagreement there was all about. What is this one?
will not stop until change occurs.
I was not expecting this. None of us were expecting this next week. First off, I'm going to go through the 5 things that we are fighting for. Not only fighting for our lives, but these fights. The first one is funding for gun research and gun violence, so that we can fund.
I don't know that one. Sorry, that just ended. Oh, that was actually at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. Okay. So I think at this point, you know, the Central Time Zone walkouts are wrapping up, and I think we're going to wrap up our coverage today, our live coverage of the National School Walkouts. We appreciate you joining us for this coverage. We've been covering these walkouts that schools across the country, they're doing 10 a.m. walkouts in their respective time zones to A, memorialize the 17 people who died at the Florida school shooting, and B, to push for stricter gun legislation. Some of the walkouts are in the schools, some of the walkouts are outside the schools, and some of them are 17 minutes, some of them are longer than 17 minutes. We've seen a variety of them today. So, but we appreciate you joining us. Thank you so much. A number of you made donations to Right Side Broadcasting, and that's what keeps us on the air. We try to be an alternative to the mainstream media, give you different kind of coverage. You know, I think if you were watching a mainstream media today, you probably saw a bunch of helicopter shots and then careful, you know, maybe a few like curated interviews of a walkout here or there, but we just tried to just give you a sort of overview of what was going on. We saw different types of walkouts, different types of students talking at the walkouts, and different things going on. So we try to do things a little differently here. So if you like that kind of coverage, we hope you consider donating. You can always donate to Right Side Broadcasting by going to the bottom of the YouTube chat and clicking on the dollar sign at the bottom of the YouTube chat, or go to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. We will, if there's big news later today, we will of course come on the air and cover it. So subscribe to us on Facebook, on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. Click the notifications bell. Even though they don't send out a notification most of the time for our broadcast now because they hate us on YouTube. You can also follow us on Facebook, Right Side Broadcasting, on Twitter at @RSB Network, and hang on one second. And on Periscope, RSBN TV on Periscope, RSBN TV. Thank you to our moderators. I know JC was there, Real Frank was there today. Appreciate you moderating the chat room. And let me just see what was going on in the Facebook chat. I haven't even had time to check the Facebook chat. Andy Timmons says thank you. You're welcome, Andy Timmons. Jerry, thank you. And Kid Galaxy, thank you for saying thanks in the chat room. You're welcome, I guess I should say. But, thank you everybody for watching. Oh, you can follow me at @Lookner on Twitter. I post about breaking news all the time on my Twitter, even when we're off the air. So @Lookner on Twitter is where to follow me. Tia Marie, thanks. Jessica Pearson, thanks. Flying Eagle, thank you. JC, Real Frank. And everybody else out there who watched. Appreciate you joining us. All right, that's going to wrap up this broadcast for now. Thanks for joining us. Hope you have a great day. And if there's big news later today, of course, we will come on the air and bring it to you. But from now, I'm Steve Lookner from all of us here at Right Side Broadcasting. Have a good day.